because the answers to these questions are important. All right.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though take yourself out of it? I need you to remove yourself. So we got to talk about person A, person B, because I can't have you be emotionally charged when you answer this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I use me. I break up with my ex, right? At 20, 21 years old, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Do you feel as though when two people separate and there's no longer a relationship, that either of them owe the other one an explanation, a reason, anything? You feel as though there's still an obligation between two people once a relationship has been canceled?
An obligation? I would say it depends on how long it's been. Maybe.
No.
How long?
I want that. Whether it's immediate or whether it's like anything. I want like your rule in your head, right? Like if so, like there's a ton of different scenarios, right? Let's say I catch you cheating on me, right? Do
Yeah.
I owe, like, I'm just ending the relationship? Do I owe you an explanation as to why I'm ending the relationship? Do I have to tell you I caught you cheating and I read this message and on this date you did this and this date you did this? Or do you feel as though somebody's allowed to just be like, oh, this person is not for me and move on? Or do you feel as though that person owes the person they're breaking up with an explanation?
I mean, if maybe if you're trying to like not have any bad blood between between you and the other person, because like maybe coming to an understanding or like a sense of closure. Yeah, that's what I was looking
Right.
for. Like it's having maybe that may be necessary, because like even at that time, I feel like I didn't have closure, and I probably feel like I still don't from that whole situation.
From the
So maybe
conversation, I would agree with you. So I'm going to go back to what I said earlier, and I think this is something that you're suffering with as a whole.
yeah,
You are now projecting your views onto this woman again. So just because you think that someone that is breaking up with someone deserves to give that person a reason doesn't mean that that's the way the world works. Like if and I'll give you an example. I use extreme examples just to get it home, right? If a woman is getting abused in a household, she doesn't owe to her abuser an excuse as to why she's leaving. She is within
yeah,
her full right to just break the relationship off and never talk to her again. It doesn't have to be extreme, dog. If me and fucking Andy are together and I decide on a Tuesday, Andy, this is over, I'm done with this relationship. I don't have to follow him around and make sure he has closure and make sure he feels good about it. I'm the one breaking up for whatever reason I'm breaking up for. I don't owe the person I'm leaving. Like, there's a reason I'm leaving, and that's the reason I'm leaving. Now, does that make me a good person in your eyes? No, you're totally within your right to feel valid about people like that, right? Like, you may have the opinion that someone that can do that is cold-hearted and is an asshole and is not someone that I would want to be with anyway, and you're right. But this just goes back to what I'm talking about assertive women and stuff like that, dog. You can't dictate how people are just because you like them.
yeah.
Like if
It's like
like my
it's like you can't love someone to loving you.
That's hard. That's a bar.
Yeah, like
That's a bar.
I yeah, I see people say a lot of stuff similar to that. Like you can't love someone, like you can't love someone so hard that they
They
love you
love you
back.
back. I'm gonna cry right
Doesn't work.
now. That hit me a little bit. That got me in my feels a little bit, dog. I'm supposed to be the
But yeah,
therapist now. I'm like, my mom never loved me. Look, I'm supposed to be in control of the situation. You got me fucked up. Don't be dropping gems like that on my live. All right, this is that hurt. That hurt me a little bit.
That's bad, man. But yeah, like, in regards to the whole like when he spoke to her, it wasn't even like he wasn't even attacking her. He just asked her what happened, between you and Phil. And that was the only thing he asked. And then she started getting all defensive. She's like, "So I'm a bad person because I told him the truth." No, you basically led, bro. I was led on. Like that's the whole thing that happened between me and her. Like at
Maybe,
the end of
maybe. So what?
I was
So what? Like bad stuff happens, dog. People do fucked up shit. Being led on is a lot better than being trapped into a relationship with a kid that you didn't want to have. Being led on is a lot better than getting herpes. Being led on is a lot better than getting stabbed. It's a lot better than being with a woman who pushes you to hit her and get arrested and have a felony charge. Like, dog, there's a lot of things that's worse than someone saying she may want a relationship when she knows she can't have one, dog. Right or wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. If that's the worst thing that's ever happened to you, then it's going to feel like the worst thing that's ever happened to you. Just because you've never had the worst things happen doesn't make that hurt less. I understand that. Like, I want you to know, like, I feel for you. I'm just trying to give you some third party perspective. That's all. Like, how old are you right now? You 23 then? 24 years old. I'm going to tell you this. I didn't stop being toxic until probably about 6 months ago. All right. And that's just me being honest. Like, when I was 24 years old, I was still throwing sex parties and having orgies in hotels with women who I didn't think were up to my own standard just because I could. Like, dude, there's still a lot of life to live, dog. Like, your life is nowhere near done hurting you. I hate to say it like that, but you're gonna get your feelings hurt a lot worse than they have been so far, my guy. Like,
yeah,
like you.
A lot worse has happened up.
I believe you. Like,